Hey everybody, and welcome back. Some more Factory Town, and I don't know. I think this town might just be an utter failure at this point. I'm not sure. Heck, we even went with the flatten, to have a flatter starting point, and I have no idea what's going on. I've kind of like lost track of what's. I mean, we have just all this nonsense going on here. Happiness seems good actually. We seem to be just consuming resources, though. We're accumulating a lot of resources. Looks like the actual main base can hold quite a bit. Tons of just regular stone in here, actually. Okay. Slowly but surely just getting tons of regular stone. We could definitely get more workers if we needed to. We seem to be moving the wood as fast as we can into the lumber mill. Because of that red coin issue, I'm kind of scared to try to fully set all this stuff up. We actually can't even do the conveyor belts yet at all. And I wasn't quite exactly sure why this was locked. Basic logistics. Okay, let's make sure we're working on that at the school. Right now we're set to do metallurgy. The only way that we're making... The only way that we're making red coins is like a very measly amount of stone brick is getting used. Very measly amount. Yeah, this is just awful. What are you doing, dude? What are you trying to do over here, I wonder? Why don't you deliver that too? But we'll have you doing, the wagon will be doing something different. We have this pasture. I guess we just need like 10,000 farms or something. I'm not sure. The only kind of thing I can see here is that we're not getting enough grain. We're not getting enough animal feed to keep this pasture going. That's just one pasture. We have a pasture out here doing nothing. It makes me think we need to just build a farm. And a mill. Is what it makes me think, but I don't know. Oh, we're actually gathering herbs? That's kind of interesting. And these herbs can be done... I don't even know. We did research medicine, didn't we? That's actually kind of interesting. No idea what that's going to be for, though. Okay, where's the excess fertilizer? Let's move that just back into the barn here. The other thing that we're going to need is just regular grain, right? Stockpiled grain. We have actually a lot of stockpiled grain. The fertilizer's getting moved to the barn. That'll let us do more farm tiles. I'm not sure, if we fill this whole space with farming tiles, if that means that we'll produce grain faster. I don't know. That's the thing. I have no clue. Also, it seems kind of weird that we have to have oh, well, this because this requires 3 things. We have to have 3 people delivering those 3 things. So now we got a lot of people kind of doing nothing. But technically, this does need these 2 inputs. So these 2 guys are doing that. Then we need to move, its outputs. We need to both move all of its outputs out. I'm realizing that we don't need 2 wagons doing this, though. That much is for sure. We'll save that guy. We actually have 3 wagons not doing anything, which is awesome efficiency right there. I have no idea. This could be just for aesthetics for all I know. And we just deleted that one accidentally, but I think we get the resources back, which is kind of nice. Let's plant grain. I'm not sure what the point of having more or less grain at this farm even is. So for the inputs, we need to apply water. And we need to apply fertilizer, which we've actually been doing over to here. See, now we're competing for the fertilizer and such. It's kind of annoying. We're getting the water over here. This is now producing grain, but it's definitely not producing grain as quickly. Yeah, it seems like once the water and fertilizer is applied, it produces a lot faster. We're still applying fertilizers, we're applying water. Grain is maxed out. Okay, so we actually need, yeah, we need a wagon delivering the grain here. Okay, good, good, good. And we're just going to need just a regular dude, I think, who is going to deliver that to there. And then hopefully between all this will stay like 100% working. Or we can even, you know, upgrade this with planks, which we don't have right now, by the way. Let's upgrade this thing. Heck, we could upgrade it again even. Holy cow. What does that give us? 50% more. Dang. Let's do it. Just 220% speed. Let's go. Let's go. Once this whole thing is working, I think this might... I don't know, this thing's now probably working too fast. Okay, so the wagon will go through the farm field. That's kind of interesting. See, it slows down when it's applying fertilizer, it looks like. But then once the fertilizer is applied, it's applied for a good long while, it feels like, too. There we go. Now it's going. To the point where this is delivering 3 per. In fact, even if this, even with this slower movement pace there, it's doing good. That's going. This needs to be delivering. These guys need to be delivering much more. Which makes me think we need this wagon duty here, and then we can actually switch this dude here. Whoever's delivering this guy right here, you're gonna deliver water instead. Because we don't need water that often. Okay. Is this actually working? Is our red coin production just going way, way up? Hey, it's working. Kind of. Sort of. It's not delayed. It's getting the water that it needs. It's getting the animal product that it needs. And it's pumping out chicken. Pumping out raw chicken. To the point where we almost kind of need another guy just delivering chicken. Now that it's pumping out raw chicken, we should be selling this for red coins. But it's weird because our red coins are still kind of barely going up / down / I don't know. They're just kind of stabilized because we are using red coins over here to produce these logs. Not very, I don't know. Seems like a lot of red coins for not a lot of logs. Our whole log economy has just absolutely been shot. This is kind of working though. This is kind of working. I just don't like the fact that these buildings, they need water, but they kind of don't need water. And then you have someone delivering water. Where are you going with this, dude? Yeah, like fertilizer. Like this thing uses fertilizer, I think, but as you can tell, it's just like for the most part, it's just capped. Like you don't know, there's not like, it doesn't seem to be like a consistent. It's applying water every so often, but so we probably should just have a real guy, not a wagon doing this. Not a wagon. And that's fertilizer, is it not? That guy's delivering fertilizer too. What we could be doing actually is moving the herbs to the food market. Therefore, I don't think the herbs go to the food market. Do they go to the general store? No, they do not. And we need something for the herbs to do. We need something for these herbs. You probably go to the apothecary. We can't do until we get the base to level 3. What do we need for the base to be level 3? We need leather. Okay. Yikes. Leather's going to take like just a metric ton of stuff. But you know, the one cool thing I did notice, we can't actually bob some of this stuff out here. If we go into this and we go to tools, we can remove resources for coins, which I think is worth it. If we're using any of this stuff. So now we can start utilizing this, which the nice thing about this is getting water automatically at least, but it's not, the grain mill's way over here. If we start pulling some of this out to here, then this isn't going to be working properly. If we set this thing to leather, then that requires 4 animal feed. That's insane. That's actually insane. We set this to produce leather. How do we get the animal feed? How do we get the animal feed? I mean, I just don't know. I just don't know. That almost seems like it would require another grain mill. Because the grain mill just seems to be incredibly inefficient. It literally is going to require like a grain mill, like right here. Animal feed. And then somehow we're going to need more grain. Which I'm just kind of, I'm really not, okay, you know what, we're gonna test this. We're gonna test this. We're just gonna build a giant, oh, wait a second, fertilizer. Remove the fertilizer to the barn. Because don't we need fertilizer to put down farm spaces? There is a lot of stuff going on in this game. I think what we're going to try to do is if we fill this entire space, this possible space, with farming, we're going to see, not counting the, you know, what we kind of need for this pathway here, we're going to see if that will make it so that this produces a lot more grain faster. And I don't know if that's going to be the case or not, but let's try this. We just need tons of fertilizer now. Can't have enough grain. Because, I mean, that could kind of change the game. If this farm ends up producing just a, like, metric ton of grain, once we get the entire area filled, but see, I'm not getting the feedback on that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not actually seeing, like, an update. It says 1.5 seconds. That's not being updated. Like, this one's obviously producing faster. But it's not updating to show, like, oh, now that you've done this, now that the farm is 70% coverage or something, something, something. I don't know. But I don't know, is it just... Yeah, I don't know. We can build over here, too. All out to here. Well, no, that's the pathway. Basically, we're going to need 8, 16, 24, 32 plus 4, 36. We need like 36 more fertilizer. Which is going to happen eventually. It's kind of weird. It doesn't feel inefficient that we're using wagons. What's happened to all of our wheels? It's just not doing anything, is it? Yeah. That's something we should be doing. Is because can't we sell wheels for like a lot? We can sell wheels for a lot of yellow coins, which we don't need, but it would make people happier. I think happiness is already high enough. I'm tempted to say don't. Here, move the wheels over to the barn. Let's not worry too much about the plank situation. Of course, while we're kind of looking at all that stuff. Wait, how did this stuff get destroyed? We need the pathway there. We need that pathway. Now we're going to need some grain getting moved into the barn, just like a touch. Get this guy just delivering some grain over to here. We're going to, if we need 36 fertilizer, we're going to need like 36 grain. Uh-oh. Yep, the production here is slowing down. We're losing red coins. We're losing red coins. Oh, output here is filling up. Heck. Who's assigned to pick up these planks? Looks because the barn is full. Why does the barn have water? Can we not put water in the barn? That'd be great, guys. How did that happen? Oh, that was a mistake. Oh, I actually kind of think I know what might have happened there. I think a wagon that had some water just dumped it off somewhere. That's kind of annoying, though. Can the barns... I bet you the barns can be upgraded, though. Yeah, maybe not. You could set up a bunch of complicated item filters. It just doesn't seem... like it'd be worth the time. Okay, we're getting closer here. Seeing how this works. Because obviously this is a tiny patch, right? This is a tiny patch of grain. This is a massive patch of grain. So I'm hoping to see like an obvious difference between how fast this produces grain compared to how fast this produces grain. But I don't know if that's going to be the case. It would be weird if it wasn't, because what's the point of filling this hole? Why not just have one little thing of grain right here? We could probably test this even within a more extreme example. This probably doesn't even have enough fertilizer, does it? Oh no, it's still getting its fertilizer. Who's doing that? That's pretty fast. That seems really fast. Like it's almost like stuttering, it's going so fast. So let's compare that. Oh, it's slowing down quite a bit because it seems like it has more to water. I don't know, but maybe it's just kind of watering some of the new bits. The other thing that I'm noticing here too is we have these areas that we don't need. If we have enough grain, we can stop stockpiling the grain too. How much grain did we end up saving? Yeah, we got tons of grain in there. Stop, dude. Stop. Hang out for a second. We just planted some new areas. We're going to wait for that stuff to get fertilized. This stuff actually needs to get fertilized. I'm kind of thinking, like, let's deselect the herbs. I don't know. That's going pretty fast, too. That compared to this. I don't know if I'm noticing any difference, like, at all. Like, at all. First, we kind of need both of these just focused on. I don't know, guys. Can you guys tell the difference? I'm not noticing any difference. When this produces, it's still just producing 1. Well, that's 100. That's 110%. I mean, these are both 110% speed. I'm not noticing any different. This is a tiny little field. This is a giant field. I might have to actually take a pause and kind of look this up and kind of see like what the heck is going on here. Definitely not an expert on this game at all. That's for sure. All right, guys, let's take a pause here. We're getting more grain, I think, than we were earlier. So this is, we're getting, I don't know. Upgraded the pasture, but we're still not getting enough input into the pasture to keep this going around the clock, which is kind of bad. But we're going to keep playing with it. I don't know. We might be able to figure this out. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching another episode of Factory Town. I will see you guys in the next one.